Silver clouds are hanging low, where the bitter rivers flow. I can feel the iron sky, like a heavy, dark goodbye. Every street is paved in gray, watching ghosts of yesterday. Empty windows, hollow stairs, shadows climbing up the stairs. I've been walking through the rust, turning memories into dust. No more maps to guide the way in this town of faded clay. Of this town, every drop just leaves a scar from the light of a fallen star. Yeah, it's a leaden rain tonight. The air is cold, the breath is thin, where the winter starts to win. I can see the shoreline break, like a heart I couldn't wake. Everything I tried to hold is turning into liquid gold. It's a leaden rain falling down on the silence of this town. at a screen of gray, watching every color fade away. You're a whisper in a hurricane, a shadow dancing on the window pane. I built a bridge out of hollow wires, but I'm just fueling all the quiet fires. Every message is a stone I throw into a canyon where the cold winds blow. The map is blank where we used to stand, sifting through the glass and shifting sand. I'm calling out to a silent sky, but the clouds don't ever give a clear reply. Just a hollow hum in the midnight air, a ghost of a feeling that was never there. We're falling into the white zone now, searching for a way, but we don't know how. The frequency is dead, the line is torn, just a cold vibration since the day was born. No echo coming back, no light to see, lost in the space between you and me. Yeah, we're lost in the white zone tonight. Disconnect the heart, cut the cord. I can't feel the spark anymore. Was it even real, or just a trick of the steel? We're falling into the white zone now, searching for a way, but we don't know how. The frequency is dead, the line is torn, just a cold vibration since the day was born. No echo coming back, no light to see, lost in the space between you and me. Yeah, we're lost in the white zone tonight. White zone. Total silence, system offline. like a bird inside a cage. I'm reading lines you never wrote, a heavy salt inside my throat. The letters burn, the edges curl in the ruins of our world. I'm digging through the charcoal dust for a feeling I can trust, but every sentence turns to gray before I find the words to say. The grammar breaks, the meaning dies underneath the hollow skies. It's just the cinder of the words tonight, burnt and blinded by the light. I'm screaming in a dead tongue now, trying to remember how. Yeah, it's just the cinder of the words tonight. I find a vowel, I find a trace of the ghost behind your face, but the fire took the best of us, leaving only smoke and rust. It's just the cinder of the words somehow. I can't even hear them now. Through the ashes, through the cold, stories that will stay untold. Yeah, it's just a cinder of the words tonight. If I gather all the dust, can I build a bridge of trust? Or am I riding on the wind for the secrets that we The lights are burning through the floor. I can't find the exit door. Acting out a different part with a cold and heavy heart. I'm a ghost inside the frame, calling out a nameless name. It's an unfinished script tonight, blinded by the spotlight's light, tearing up the final scene for everything that could have been. Yeah, it's an unfinished script tonight. Do we kill the lights? Do we end the play? Or just wander through the gray in a story gone It's an unfinished script tonight, blinded by the spotlight's light, tearing up the final scene for everything that could have been. Yeah, it's an unfinished script tonight. The theater is cold, the dialogue is old, the end is never told. Digital echoes in a hollow room, tracing the shadows, chasing the gloom. Your pulse was a rhythm I used to know. Now it's just static, a flickering show. I'm dialing a number that doesn't exist, lost in the vapors, a heart in the mist. The screen glows white in the dead of the day, watching the signal just drifting away. A ghost in the circuit, a glitch in the dream. Nothing is ever as real as it seems. The wires are heavy, the connection is free. Counting the debts that will never be paid. It's a broken transmission, a desperate sound, searching for something that'll never be found. Lost in the feedback, drowning in blue. I'm losing the signal, I'm losing you. Yeah, it's a broken transmission tonight.
Against my skin, watching where the night begins. I see a shadow in the frame, a ghost that doesn't have a name. Every surface starts to glow with the life I used to know. It's a trick of light and silvered gray, turning all the truth away. It's a silver reflection tonight, blinded by the artificial light. I'm chasing versions of the truth in the mirrors of our youth. Yeah, it's a silver reflection tonight. The hallway bends into the dark, searching for a human spark. But every image that I see is a stranger facing me.
silver reflection still, moving slow against my will. Every face I'm reaching through turns to someone I once knew. Yeah, it's a silver reflection tonight. If I shatter every pain, would I finally break the chain, or just be cut by every shard of a heart that grew too hard? It's a silver reflection tonight, blinded by the artificial light. Every piece I'm holding to still reflects a part of you. Yeah, it's a silver reflection tonight. In the silver fading out, just a shadow in the glass. Mapping out a neon maze, lost inside the digital haze. Every compass point is wrong. I've been searching for too long. The grid is breaking at the edge, standing on a silent ledge. I see the shadows of the code on this long and frozen road. The satellites are falling down over this forgotten town. I'm sending out a flare of light into the belly of the night, but the radar's blank and cold, like a story never told. It's a no coordinate tonight.
in time, looking for a reason or a rhyme. 0109.
signal we couldn't read, a garden growing from a hollow seed. Yeah, it's a barcode on the sand tonight. If the sea should take the shore, would we remember what we're fighting for? Or just dissolve into the white and gray, where all the symbols simply wash away? Garden growing from a hollow seed. Yeah, it's a barcode on the sand tonight. Lines in the water, nothing to scan, nothing to hold. Stands in walls of glass, watching all the seasons pass. I see the world in fractured lines, like broken stars and ancient signs. I reach out to the frozen air, but there is no one standing there. Just my reflection, pale and deep, a promise that I couldn't keep. I've forgotten how to speak your name. Every window shows a different sky. Every truth is just a painted lie. Yeah, we're living in a glass tower tonight.
the halls of empty light. Between the morning and the night, I find a shadow on the floor where there used to be a door. The gravity is pulling slow to a place I used to know. It's a hollow world inside this frame. I've forgotten how to speak your name. Every window shows a different sky. Every truth is just a painted lie. Yeah, we're living in a glass tower tonight. If the glass should finally break, how much more can one heart take? Would I fall or would I fly into the cold and open sky? The tower is falling, grain by grain, stone by stone, until I'm finally alone. The needle spinning in the glass, watching all the seasons pass. North is just a hollow word, a song the sailors never heard. The stars are shifting in their place, searching for a saving grace. I'm walking on a shifting floor, compass broke tonight.
If I throw the metal to the deep, would I finally get some sleep? Or just wander in the gray
until the ocean washes me away?
somewhere between the dark and light.
I'm drifting out to open sea, when no one's coming back for me. Yeah, the compass broke tonight.